You can see that in the back right there. Let me clear a pathway for you to see it more visibly. Hakuna the fucking Matata. My sister gifted me that for it was Christmas. I can't remember which Christmas it was, but it was sometime within the last 10 years. I know that for a fact. But yes, we have arrived to Friday. You know what I'm saying? And it's time. What? What happened? Hold on, my shit went out. I don't know what's wrong. Does YouTube not like my usage of the word booty or something? Does YouTube not like my usage of the hold up? Oh shit. I must have got some type of a notification on my phone because I see. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 sec. I'm about to go press a button on my phone or some shit. My bad. Hold up. I don't know what the fuck. We gonna put. Hold on, y'all. Technical difficulties. You know how shit is. A moment. Right. All right. Now we gonna put this thing back in place and we gonna keep it moving. Hold up. You know how shit just happens sometimes. Ain't gonna freak out about it. We just gonna handle it. We just gonna get it done real quick. That right there. Make sure we straight. All right. Now take a quick little seat. All right. Now I should be coming in real quick. Hey. All right, it would appear that we are back in action, so it's good. Something happened with the phone. You know how shit goes sometimes. It's not that big of a deal. Give it a moment to shuffle itself back. I'm gonna tilt actually hold on, let me just nah. Hey, I'm down low as hell. I feel like a little kindergartner being down this low. My legs all up like this and shit. I had to adjust. Hold on, give the phone a little time. Give this shit a little time to not be all blurry. Is it blurry on y'all end? Do I look all blurry? Because I look blurry on my screen. We gonna kick it. Yeah, now I got my feet just like dangling out and shit because I'm 6'6". You know what I mean? So my legs is just out. King of the lesbians? I don't know. I don't know, Mike. Well, yeah, I did see. I hadn't read it yet, but I did see that there's something going on at the gym. So I don't know. You may be king of the lesbians today, but one of the things that people say about me, yeah, the resolution does look a bit low. I'll put my little. We'll see if it gets better, but yeah, you know how that shit goes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that's what some of the people say about me, like in the TYT comments. They'll be like, "He looks like a lesbian. He looks like a WNBA player. Is that a transgender?" I can't, and I laugh. I have a good laugh at it because it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Hold up, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, give me 1 second though. I'm gonna pull up a video. We gonna get into it. I'm a hold on, what happened? What's going on? Oh no, I hate to hear that you don't like my music. I definitely hate to hear that. I know that type of situation is very difficult, but it seems that 15 years is a long life, and it seems that you cared about him enough for your Jack Russell to have a life well lived. So I certainly hope that things get better. All right, let's see. Monk without a cause, they just talk. They just talking shit. Like it's not serious. They just talking shit. You feel me? So like, it's pretty funny though. I mean, might as well have a laugh. All right, let's see if this made a difference. Nah, I didn't make that much of a difference. All right, I'm gonna show this real quick and then see if it gets better. Let's see. In contentious interview, Elise Stefanik tells Caitlin Collins, "I would not have done what Mike Pence did on January 6th."
About the vice presidency, because you just said that you would be willing to serve in a Trump administration. Had you been vice president on January 6, 2021, what would you have done?
I stood up for the Constitution. I believe
No,
it was
what would you have done if you were vice president?
I would not have done what Mike Pence did. I don't think that was the right approach. I specifically stand by what I said on the House floor, and I stand by my statement, which was there was unconstitutional overreach. There was unconstitutional overreach in states like Pennsylvania, and I think it's very important that we continue to stand up for the Constitution and have legal and secure elections, which we did not have in 2020. And the tens of millions of Americans agree with me, Caitlin.
Well, I would say the Supreme Court in the state of Pennsylvania said that Republican passed changes to their law was constitutional. But it's notable to hear you say, given you're in the running to be the vice president, that you would have rejected those votes. Come this election, when Vice President Harris is in that position, would you be okay if she rejected the votes if Donald Trump wins?
Listen, we need to make sure the election is constitutional and legal. We're talking about Democrats. Legal. It was not, Caitlin. It was unconstitutional when there was circumventing state legislatures unilaterally changing election law. I stand by my statement on the House floor. And again, tens of millions of Americans.
You know what? Like, I mean, God, federal politics is just so boring. I'm definitely going to be next week. We're going to look around the country. We're going to look at local politics around the country to see what's going on. We're going to look and see what type of education bills are being passed or being discussed, if there's any type of economic reforms going on in towns and cities around the country. We're going to check that out because for real, this is just boring. We know what to expect. We know what they're going to say. You know, not that politics is just now to a place where it's predictable, but it's just really boring. And then Joe Biden, you know, all the issues that he has with this campaign, but on top of, like, even when he was younger, he wasn't a particularly exciting person. So it's just a very boring campaign.
Agree with that statement and have questions about the validity and
Republicans are so in doubt about the election.
Because the American people have rightful questions on the constitutionality.
Because Republicans are so in doubt.
Let me say this for you. When it comes to this election, we are seeing the Democrats trying to remove President Trump from the ballot. That is not constitutional. That is not a legal and safe, secure election. That's literally what's being discussed at the Supreme Court today because radical leftists can't stand the fact that Donald Trump continues to skyrocket in the polls and Joe Biden continues to plummet. And when you get outside of CNN, if you get outside of CNN and talk to hardworking American people, like in my district, like across this country, they want to see new leadership in President Trump, and that's why he's going to win.
But look, I mean,
presidency, because you just said that you would be willing to serve in a Trump administration. Had you been
even though Donald Trump has a good chance at winning the election, it's just the notion that it is true that Americans want new leadership, but Trump isn't that. Trump isn't new leadership. He already had a term. You know, I mean, so it's just the branding is off. it just is. Well, it looks like the res may just be a little low today. Perhaps there's something I can do about that. Let's see. Well, whatever. We not gonna get too carried away with it. Shit happens, you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep the show rolling. It's blurry because that's just what's going on today. Oh. Yeah, okay, whatever. Shit happens. All right, now let's get it going. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna complain because if the res looks like this on the other side, then that just means I'm not gonna post the clips to YouTube. Likely not if it looks like this. So, you know, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, a little bit less work to do. I can focus on some other stuff, but that's just what happens. Teddy Cool. I've been all right, man. The new year is going well. I've been very busy, but busy in a good way. Behind on a few things, but because I'm so productive and things are going so well. So, you know, I may get to a few projects, you know, 3 or 4 months down the line, but it's only because everything is, you know, the operation's going and it's growing. So things are going good. Me and my family are fine, you know, everything's fine. I'm good. We're approaching the spring, you know. So the days are gonna start to get longer pretty soon, and then we get so like I'm feeling all right. Hope that you're doing good too. Uh, but yeah, all right. Now let's see. Let's see. Now, what are we gonna do? What should we do now? Because we have a variety of stuff to check out. We got some petty stuff. We got some shit from Chip Chick, because you already know we can't go a day without looking at some stuff from Chip Chick. It just wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be appropriate. You feel me? It just wouldn't be right. So this what we gonna do. Okay. We'll save that. We'll save some of the petty shit for a couple stories down the line. So oh, we got some good news for nurses. Nurses being the most trusted out of 23 major professions. We gonna look at that. We got some weed updates, some marijuana updates. Oh man, we got a good Friday. All right, let's go. Let's check this out. Apparently, Peter Ducci, because Biden, he's in the middle of what I'm saying, because everyone's like Biden's real issues is the Israel Gaza conflict, what's happening with the Palestinians, the youth vote, finding something else to deliver upon in the end in these final days. That's really his main issue. It's not like he gave the documents back. So in terms of convictions, he didn't get one. And I'm just saying that to say, there's a lot of uproar and mainly in the mainstream media. It's Friday. I mean, motherfuckers need something to talk about. And it's not that it isn't significant. It does have significance, but it's not, it's just not one of Biden's real issues. Again, his real issues is Israel, Palestine, youth vote, delivering upon something in the last days. But putting together a good campaign, that's his real problem. Now, I just want to see if this shit was funny. I want to see if this shit was hilarious. All right, now we got um Peter Ducey straight up asked Biden, "How bad is your memory and can you continue as president?" So let's check this out. This I'm sure Biden got a little snippy. So let's see what happened. All right. Snippy Joe Biden.
Biden, something the special counsel said in his report is that one of the reasons you were not charged is because, in his description, you are a well-meaning elderly man with a poor memory.
I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president. I put this country back on its feet. I don't need his recommendation. It's
How
totally
bad is your memory, and can you continue as president?
My memory is so bad I let you speak. That's
Your memory has gotten worse, Mr. President.
My memory is not good. My memory is fine. My memory. Take a look at what I've done since I become president. None of you thought I could pass any of the things I got passed. How'd that happen?
How'd that happen?
I just forgot what was going on.
He said, "How'd that happen?" Nah, man, you got to do something else. You got what? 10 months? About 10 months to the election, 9 or so months. You got to do something else. You got to find something else to deliver upon, some final oomph to put into your tank so that you can cross the base, so that you are not the first one to hit the bottom, because you already, right now, the microphone is the bottom, right? So this is what we got right now. We got the microphone is the bottom, and Joe Biden and Donald Trump are falling. And right now, Joe Biden's falling. He's got to find a way. He's got to find a way to slow his descent. We got to put in a cheat code. We got to give him a parachute or some shit so that he can just like go back up. He's got to find something. We gonna have to do some type of a tally like that, like make some type of Mario Kart race where it's like Joe Biden and Donald Trump with big ass bobbleheads or something. That's what we gonna have to do. I don't know why my resolution is so low today, but shit happens. That's just what it is. That's just how shit goes. We gonna keep the show rolling. All right, let's see what's up, man. Yes, we need sassy old man Biden. We need dark Brandon. That's what we need. We need, whatever it is that he drinks, his morning coffee, his tea, you whatever it is, sprinkle some shit in his water. I don't know. Give him some sass magic. Give Joe Biden some yes, amphetamines. Give him some amphetamines, some sass magic. I got plenty of amphetamines right here in the house. Legal, they're legal. They are legal. Now, mind you, they're legal. But I'll share them with you, brother. Like, you just hit my line, hit me up. Okay. Let's go into some weed updates real quick. Let's check this out. Let's do. Mike Boy with the it's Jover. It certainly possibly is. He better wake his ass up, or it certainly is about to be Jover. he better find something to do real quick, or that's all we about to be seeing. But you know, again, but also just generally speaking, this is some of why we cover other stuff, have a good time. But also next week, I did mention I want to find a lot of more local news, find stuff that's going on locally around the country, so that we really can focus on what's being accomplished. Because one thing I've learned the longer I'm involved in politics in whatever capacity is that really the people who move shit forward are the everyday people in everyday communities who are sacrificing their time, whether that be before work, during work, after work. They're just regular people who care about their communities. Those are the people who really push shit forward, and the people who end up being on things like city council or local government appointed positions and stuff like that. And it's a lot of stuff that does happen. So I'm gonna make sure that we check all of that out. Obama will come out at some point, probably late in the game. I'm sure he would come out. I'd be surprised if he didn't, like, if later down the line he didn't come out. But we'll see what happens. Do you remember? I'm trying to remember. When was it that Obama came out for Joe Biden in 2020? I don't remember how long it took. But I mean, in 2020, there was like a legitimate there was a real primary. There was a legitimate primary. But let us get into it. Idaho lawmakers want to ban out-of-state weed ads. No, we want to keep everyone here. We don't want you smoking it, period. Because I mean, this is so petty because it's like you can ban ads, but people can still Google shit. People can still text their neighbors. Word's still gonna get around. Like, so this is just a waste of resources doing something like this. Like, but then again, it is Idaho, so you know. I haven't actually been to Idaho. From what I know, it's very beautiful. But everyone I know who tells me about Idaho tells me that it's one of those states, if you don't have to drive through it, don't. So I'm gonna listen to people. I'm not, Idaho is not particularly a place that I've ever been interested in going, though from what I've seen, it is a very beautiful place. But we're gonna have to reverse genocide Idaho. That's what we gotta do. We gotta reverse genocide. No, not genocide. Jesus Christ, that is not what I meant to say. Gentrify. I meant to say gentrify. Good Lord. It's Friday, y'all. That's that's not the word I meant to say. We got to reverse gentrify. Gentrification. That's what I meant. So I wanted to repeat that multiple times so that you motherfuckers don't go running and saying that I said some horrible shit on here that I didn't mean. Okay, so now we got that. Now we got that out the way. Now we got that out the way. Yes, let's go ahead and go to Idaho and gentrify that shit. All right. So we got Idaho lawmakers wanting to ban out-of-state weed ads, which I get it, but also it's just a waste of resources. It's fucking 2024. Like, come on. This shit is as dead as trying to be a career criminal in the United States. Them days is over. The day of the American gangster is donezo. That shit is over. So Idaho, go ahead and get with it. You in the same boat. This type of approach is done. We got technology and shit now. All right, Arkansas' second attempt to expand medical marijuana access and more. Well, we got two of them red states. Right, exactly. Canceled as fuck. Yep, there we. Yep, exactly. It's over. All right, let's see what's up. Yes, it was the significant bong hit that did it. It's the bong hit that had my tongue in a twister. That's what done it. All right, let's see. Y- well, you know what? You know what? Mike boy, you have a point. You have a point because while I made a Freudian slip, what I did say was helpful in and of itself. A reverse genocide would be bringing people back to life. So, although I said the wrong thing, it still was okay. It's just that, genocide is just it's such a spicy word that the connotations of it are so negative. But thank you for pointing that out. Thank you so much. Indeed, indeed. It was all right. All right, let's see what's happening. Okay. Man, Joe Biden better do something with weed. That's what his ass better do. He better be like, man, fuck all these red states. We finna legalize this shit federally. Whatever it is that he can do, okay? Whatever it is that he can do, he better do it. Because federally right now, that ain't happening. But get out your goddamn pen and start signing executive orders, goddamn it. Make something of yourself. Okay, what's up with this? No, we don't need that. Ready for your shot at the next potential 32? No, no, I'm not. Fuck that. That sounds like an advertisement for goddamn cryptocurrency. Idaho legislators propose advertising ban on illegal cannabis products. All right, let's see what they have to say. Yes, yep. I got saved this time because if it wasn't for the generosity of Mike Boy, I would have just kept on rolling ahead. I would have just kept it moving. I wouldn't even caught that. But that's what it's like when you a smooth player. You feel me? That's just how it goes. And sometimes other smooth players throw you a oop because none of us are an island. You feel me? We all need each other. While I sip on my Capri Sun, Idaho legislators propose advertising ban on illegal cannabis products. All right, let's see what happens. Uh Oh, well, Mara, shit. Well, whatever it is, he better do it. If we put our brains together. Hold up, it seems like somebody's at my door. Maybe my boy. Hold up, let me check this out real quick. It's all good. I'll be right back. I have returned, but it was not my boy. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that was. It may just be somebody trying to get into the building who forgot their key. You know how it goes. In a bid to curb the influence of neighboring states where marijuana is legal, Idaho legislate because we have to protect the people. We have to protect them because no one's smoking weed in Idaho. Idaho legislators introduced a bill to criminalize advertising for illegal cannabis products, superheaded by State Rep Judy Boyle and State Senator Chris Trackell. Chris Trackle. I don't know if it's probably one of those two. The proposal aims to tackle the visibility of marijuana ads across all mediums in Idaho, according to Idaho Capital Sun. But again, like you don't. What are you gonna? Not being able to advertise, people can still Google shit. Words still gonna get out. People still buying weed illegally. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. I buy weed legally and illegally all the time. I buy it illegally more than I do legally because it's legal here. And I mean, and that's just how the shit goes. It's easier to get it in the streets. It's so easy to get drugs in the streets. All right, let's see. Oh, well, that is wonderful if the jobs can't do that for the THC. I mean, unless you're a fucking pilot or something. Listen, I understand. Look, if you flying airplanes and shit, okay, I get it. Like, because if I was a major shareholder of an airline, I'd be like, yeah, I feel you, but nah. If you smoke, you can't fly these planes. I get shit like that because there's just when you have hundreds of passengers on a plane, like why even have any of that room for liability? Like, why find yourself in a courtroom when you could have just been like, nah. But most people, what I'm getting at, most people don't fly airplanes. So it's okay. The liability isn't that high. We'll be all right. The House State Affairs Committee has advanced a bill for further discussion, signaling a stringent approach to maintaining the state's stance against cannabis amidst regional legalization trends. Yes. All right, let's see what's up. All right, where we at? Where we at? Um, Arkansas advocates second attempt to expand medical cannabis access. Sheesh, it must, man. It sounds like it is tight as hell. But that mean people making more money in the streets there. And that's how it works. That's how it goes. It's like the tighter you have because it's not even like it's regulated, and that's the problem. Like the tighter you just have the laws around illegality, it's the easier it is to flood the streets with something. Arkansas advocates for medical cannabis are making a second attempt to enhance patient access through a ballot proposal. Addressing previous concerns over formatting and clarity, the new submission includes protective measures against legislative alternatives to voter ratified amendments. The new proposal, backed by industry and patient groups, would liberalize patient certification, allow home cultivation, and potentially pave the way for recreational use. Well, you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere, man. All right, now, hold on. Let me take a sip of this real quick. Exactly. Most people don't fly planes. Like, you got to be reasonable. It's like, all right, I get it, but if you must smoke weed, then don't try to fly airplanes for a living or something else that's that similar. Like, you know. Connecticut church granted legal battle against cannabis dispensary. What does that mean? A Stratford church has been the green a strat sorry. A Stratford church has been given the green light to pursue legal action against a proposed cannabis dispensary set to open at a historic site after the zoning commission approved the operation of the dispensary at the former Johnny's Restaurant location, St. Nicholas Russian Orthodox Church. Filed an appeal in Superior Court prompting Judge Dale Radcliffe's ruling based on past liquor store regulations. Honestly, that sounds like a reasonable case in terms of like in the court system. I'm no lawyer, but that sounds like there's a reasonable argument there. I don't know if they're going to win that, but it sounds like there's some meat on those bones there for like, hey, we'd rather it not be right next to the church. We have kids and family here, and I can again. You got to be reasonable, man. You got to be reasonable. You can put the dispensary around the corner or some shit. I don't know. Yes, or a surgeon. Like it's like, okay, I get it. And I've dated doctors and nurses, and most pretty much I've dated all kinds of women, but they smoked, but the more that when they became attendings, like they don't do it the same. And I didn't date I dated an anesthesiologist, which is not, I could that's still important, man. They make a lot of money, but surgeons, yeah, man. That's a crazy ass job. We definitely need people in the medical field because god damn. Man, some of these women, one in particular, she used to the anesthesiologist, she would just send me pictures of like one of the surgeries that she was in that day. Like it's and there's just this body there that's cut open, and it's like, oh, look at this and look at this. And it's just like, oh God. Thank God that you and other people like you want to do this because no, thank you. No thanks. You know, this is why we need each other because everybody is not cut out for everything. Not everybody is cut out for everything, and that's okay. That is okay. All right, let's see. Um, we got where we at? What's up? Hold on, one of my buddies, they just got back from school. What's up? Good to see you, man. That's my little dude. That's my little homie. He came by to say hello. One of the little kids in the neighborhood. They just passed by. They must have just got home from school. Um, Supporting growing in Pennsylvania's uh Luzerne County for legalizing recreational cannabis. As Governor Josh Shapiro advocates for recreational marijuana legalization to bolster state revenue, residents of Luzerne County express overwhelming support. Oh, well, that is good, according to PA Homage. With neighboring states capitalizing on the industry, locals emphasize Pennsylvania's need to catch up, citing economic benefits for infrastructure and healthcare. Yes, yes, indeed. Catch up, man. You're slowing shit up. And I'm telling you, I mean, it's just a solid legalizing, taxing, and regulating marijuana, cannabis, whatever you want to call it, is a good idea. It just is, man. And it's a good argument, honestly, like, for the corporations and the super wealthy. I mean, we got to raise y'all taxes, but it's like if you don't want us to raise y'all taxes quite as much, then, push more for the national legalization, taxation, and regulation of weed. And we won't have to tax you motherfuckers quite as much. It makes sense. Put your money in a place that you may not be thinking about right now. Yes. Yes, PA, go ahead and hop on the boat. Go ahead and get on a train. This is just funny. Piers Morgan says Elon Musk canceled an interview after he criticized letting Alex Jones back on Twitter. Of course he did. I don't want to explain. Like, don't you think coming on to explain why you let him back on Twitter would be a good opportunity? But no, he's such a baby. His cover has been blown.
Welcome back to Uncensored. Elon Musk's reversal, Alex Jones's return to X has sparked outrage from a grieving father who lost his son in the tragic Sandy Hook massacre. David Wheeler, his son Benjamin, was just 6 when he was shot dead along with 20 others. Slammed.
Okay, I don't know what I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I just thought that this shit was funny because it's always funny to laugh at Elon Musk because he's just so fake. He's so fake. Like, how can you not laugh at people like that? Uh, right, exactly. Like, why don't you just go on there and be like, look, I did it because I'm down for the cause. I'm down for the cause, brother. Like you couldn't make a Piers Morgan interview positive for yourself. Like you couldn't go on there. But right, you can't ask a question or he cancels the interview. Like you literally could have gone on there and made an argument for yourself that enough people would have bought. And even if they didn't like it, you still could have made sense. If you the super genius, you could have put that rationale to the test. All right, what do we have with Sebastian Gorka? Mr. Sebastian Gorka. All right, let's see. Yes, Elon and Tesla doesn't need him. They really don't. And because Tesla in and of itself is just fine. Like, I mean, the cars, they're not perfect, just like nothing is perfect. Tesla has so much potential. Elon Musk don't need to be at the helm of it. If there was somebody else at the helm of it, then it would just be a more steadily growing company. Because so much of what had Tesla's stock so inflated is just the legend and the myth of Elon Musk. You know, like, oh, he's gonna take all 40 of the companies that he's running at the same time to the moon. Like, no, he's not, because no one can do that. And lo and behold, he didn't, because no one can. Sebastian, there's a little yard work going on outside. That's how you know that springtime is upon us. So while it may be noisy, okay, it may be noisy, but it's a good noisy. Some problems are good, you know. Some problems are good. Oh, he's seething. He looked like he really got some shit to say. We got R2D2 in the background. I fuck with that. I ain't gonna lie. You got some cool shit in the background. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, what is this? Alex Jones was right.
And I gotta say, like, this is probably the least trolly thing I've done all day.
You do a lot of trolly things.
Yeah, I do a lot of trolly things, but all I did was I put up a Periscope and I said, dinner at Comet Pizza.
Jeff, did he just say that he's a troll?
I think he did, and he said this is the least trolling thing I've done. So that just means he trolls all the time.
But I thought he's like some big conservative intelligence expert.
Well, in the next clip, he's pretty good. He talks about the threat level, and he assesses it. So you might be wrong on that.
Oh, let's talk about the impressive threat level. Let's listen to what this intelligence professional has
Sebastian Gorka
to say about pizza.
That's just what I have to let that out. When I really, really think about him, I have to say it.
A good intel officer will have done a better intelligence preparation of the battle space before they go into an event. And I talked about that, but the threat level here is much higher than I thought it would be. The stuff that was going on is much.
Yup, exactly, Jack. Yup. They gonna clip that shit.
Much worse than I thought it would be. And we were dealing with some high level stuff here, guys. We were doing some very high level.
I'm not listening to him. I can't even lie, because all that comes to mind when I think of Sebastian Gorka is, you know what that is. You know exactly what that is.
Level stuff.
Sebastian Gorka.
There are people here that have a lot of interests and a lot of money. So they have a big secret that they are trying to hide, and a big secret that they are trying to keep under wraps, because it could potentially blow the lid on Hillary Clinton, on John Podesta, on Tony Podesta. I mean,
hang on, this high level.
There's so much shit to talk about, like, other than Hillary, because her political career is really done. Like, she chilling. She doing whatever she want.
Threat incident he's going into, Jeff. Was that film from, was that Fallujah or Abbottabad? Where was Jack at the time?
He was right outside of Comet Pizza. And
hang on, Comet Pizza in Islamabad?
Nope, I think
North Korea?
In DC.
Moscow?
DC.
What?
DC.
Hang on, the high threat level was at a pizza joint where they have.
I'm not listening at all, but apparently MAGA's like, we lost another one. We lost another trooper. They lost another real one.
Ping pong tables. Am I correct?
Well, no, this was because he saw a secret room here.
He did?
He talks about.
Okay, let's hear that. Let's listen to brave conservative Putin lover Jack Posobiec.
They saw me doing the Periscope, so they threw me out of Comet Pizza. I don't understand what it is that they have to hide there, but we saw me doing the Periscope, so they threw me out of Comet Pizza. I don't understand what it is that they have to hide there, but we saw a secret.
Mike, boy, you got me thinking about what's the dude's name? Jesus, the guy from PragerU, Dennis Prager. His fireside chats. He just says very, very stupid and uninformed things.
Room. A secret room in the very far back of this place and we saw a
What is
little
he talking
kids
about?
going in and out.
3 kids at
Still
least.
haven't,
And
then
haven't
they
listened at
disappeared.
all. I have no.
and they disappeared. We saw the secret bathroom door. We saw a lot. He said, "I hope you can stand the heat."
Hang on. They threw him out. Is he? Did he die, or did he survive and get a Purple Heart? What happened to him, Jeff?
He still survived.
What?
But
But he uncovered everything. The children going into a toilet at a restaurant, Jeff. How did he survive that?
and the back room as well, which was secret.
Hang on.
Now, here's the one other part,
No,
too.
hang on. A restaurant with a back room?
Now, this is even shows more that Jack actually said in the video. It's not like this is foreign to him. He worked, it was either high school or whatever. He said, in a pizza shop.
Yeah, Prager, you kids. Yeah, that shit is horrible. It was, he had like, they had a whole video dedicated to like, George Floyd wasn't murdered. Like, the whole video was dedicated to that. Like, we have to discuss this. And there was some other shit. But yeah, he's very boring.
Shop for a couple years. So obviously he knows every pizza shop in America has a bathroom and they have a room.
Teddy, at first I thought, I see that you said I fell asleep one time watching Prager's show. At first it looked like you said I fall asleep on time watching his show. Like, that's like the perfect remedy. You know, like, you don't got to take no narcotics. You can just listen to Dennis Prager and you'll fall asleep on time. You'll actually get your 8 hours of sleep. All you got to do is pop that shit in.
In the back where you put food. Where do you store the food at, Jack?
No. Jeff, are you saying this guy isn't Jack Ryan?
But you can tell.
Come on.
You can tell by his voice. He knew the threat level was real. He couldn't believe what was going on. He was seeing all this type. And how about the kids disappeared? That's the
right.
So my man's just snorted. He just let out a mighty snort. Oh, and look at his face right here. Look how he looking. He looked like he about to let that shit out too.
Guy isn't Jack Ryan.
But you can tell.
Come on.
You can tell by his voice. He knew the threat level was real. He couldn't believe what was going on. He was seeing all this type. And how about the kids disappeared? That's the crazy part.
Right. And
that made watching this whole clip very worth it because I didn't listen to a goddamn thing that they was talking about. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't listen to a single word that these motherfuckers said. But hearing the snort, that made it even more appropriate that we watch this till the end, because first we got Sebastian Gorka. That's why I even know who he is. That's the only reason I remember who he is, because I just like how that just slips off the tongue. Sebastian Gorka. And now we know that he snorts when he laughs. It's just perfect.
And he was seeing all this type. And how about the kids disappeared? That's the crazy part.
That shit was cute as fuck. Cute ass snort.
This type. And how about the kids disappeared? That's the crazy.
That shit makes me giddy.
And he was seeing all this type. And how about the kids disappeared?
Yo, alpha males snort when they laugh, because that's kind of Sebastian's. That's kind of his shtick. That's kind of his thing. That's what he does. Like, he's alpha male. So if you don't snort, you a bitch.
Going on. He was seeing all this type. And how about the kids disappeared? That's the crazy part.
Right. And he's never apologized for any of that BS. He's just a clickbaiting sad sack who's never ever going to amount to anything. He's like a dollar store version of Alex Jones. Is that his name, Eric? Is it the big fat guy?
That is indeed Alex Jones.
All right.
And I gotta say, like, this is probably the least
fat people call other people fat. Sebastian Gorka. A man who just fucking oinked, calling somebody else fat. Oh man, we having fun today. God damn.
Because it's not about Gorka, who's a nobody, wasn't even a conservative.
They got him next to McLovin. Oh, what kind? Oh, look at this. My dude's got on the 1970 fucking suede vest. Look at how smooth he is with a scope. He got a scope on that rifle. He finna hit your ass from a mile or two away. Look, he ready to go. Hold on. Look at, okay. His right wrist, he got on some type of like bracelet band. I kind of fuck with that. And what color is that? That look like it's slightly pink. Either the shirt that he has on is a slight pink or an off-white. It's one of those. Probably more likely an off-white. It just looks like that with the tint that I'm looking at right now. Yo, this dude is fly as fuck, man. You can't even lie. Don't hate on Sebastian. Look at and man, bruh, get the fuck out of here. You better hide your woman. You better hide your wife. You better hide everybody. Because here comes Mr. Gorka. Goddamn.
Into the Trump administration with fraudulent credentials, lied that he was a combat veteran. None of that was true. I mean, he's stolen glory. He's the snake oil.
It actually is a great color for a dress shirt, Mike Boy. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. The off-white, you know, the off-pink, that shit does look good, but not a good combination with the suede vest. Or perhaps it's just because he was wearing it. But we'll never know. We'll never know.
Well, salesman, he's everything he says we are. But I learned the day I was there that Gorka was going around having people thrown out. And I just go, whatever, don't engage the gay whale is what I call him. I'm not saying he's actually gay, but he's very effeminate.
What did he say? The gay whales? Oh, the whales is gay now. That's a whole lot of gay in one living organism. So you extra better watch out. We went from gay frogs to gay whales.
He's the gay whale is what I call him. I'm not saying he's Gorka was going around having people thrown out.
Look at all these notes he has. Like, he's such a studious researcher. Why he got all these goddamn notes? The fuck you be doing? I spent all goddamn night researching this. I've been putting this together. I've been putting this project together for the last 2.5 months. Like, bro, what the fuck are these notes? You could say every single last thing that you say on your show off the top of your goddamn head, which is probably what you do to a majority of a degree. I'm sure he knows what he's going to talk about, like anybody else who gets in front of the camera. But look at all these goddamn notes. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here.
I just go, whatever, don't engage the gay whale is what I call him. I'm not saying he's actually gay, but he's very effeminate in these pictures.
Oh, he's a gay whale. Okay, so the whales aren't gay. Okay, so thank God. Thank God, Jesus Christ. Because that would be bad fucking news if we had gay whales swimming around. The frogs is cool because, you know, you can just kind of step over them motherfuckers. It's all right. But a whale, nah. And Aaron, your ass went whale watching recently. So you extra lucky because you like to do things like that. You inspired me to do some shit like that. But, you know, luckily for you and anybody interested in that, you know, it's just Sebastian Gorka. He's the gay whale. But the whales themselves ain't gay.
Actually gay, but he's very effeminate in these pictures with guns posing with them. And, you know, he's always sashaying around, shaking his booty, going, Gorka.
Does he really do that? Does Sebastian Gorka really do this? Yo, we are having this is the best stream ever. Yo, we got the resolution is a bit off when I maximize my screen, but we are having a good time because I did not know that Sebastian Gorka did this shit. I had no idea. Hold on. Okay, so apparently this is what Sebastian Gorka does on a regular basis.
Shaying around, shaking his booty, going, Gorka. Oh. So I'm just like
walking around shaking his booty. That's what he said. He said, "Oh, I'm Sebastian Gorka." Yeah. Oh my God. This is fun, but I'm also particularly high right now, which is making this even more fun. Oh, these motherfuckers are hilarious.
In these pictures with guns posing with them, and you know he's always sashaying around, shaking his booty, going, Gorka. Oh. So I'm just like, you know, the gay whale, and the dude acts like a flamer. Nothing against flamers. He just
nothing against flamers. Bro, this dude, he's still making mad money. After everything, this dude is still making money like a motherfucker. Oh my God. Oh. He said, yeah. Oh my God. This shit is amazing. We got to see that one more time and then we going to move on. Oh, fuck.
Pictures with guns posing with them, and You know, he's always sashaying around, shaking his booty, going, Gorka. So I'm just like, you know, the gay whale. And the dude acts like a flamer. I don't think it's flamers. He just, if I was going to cast a fat gay dude for a movie, it'd be Gorka, like a flamer.
This whole clip is incredible. He said, if I was going to cast a fat gay dude for a movie, I'd cast Gorka.
And the dude acts like a flamer. I don't think it's flamers. He just, if I was going to cast a fat gay dude for a movie, it'd be Gorka.
Oh my God, bro, these people are dangerous, but they're so hilarious because they're so petty and so stupid. And, oh my God. Okay, where are we now? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, he did the highest paid streamer in history, right? Exactly. My man's is still making money hand over fist. He has not been defeated. That's just crazy, man. Look, listen. I guess unless you in prison, you really ain't canceled. Alex Jones can't never say nothing about himself being canceled. Okay. This is the ultimate red flag. God damn, we move into Chip Chick real quick. Now, if this ain't no red flag shit, if you've ever seen one, oh my God. Her sister went out with a guy who had blood splatters in his car, and he started talking about their future before they even got to the date. God damn, this is some you from Netflix shit. Like, what in the hell? You got these splatters going on? I just met you. I ain't even talked to you yet. My man's is talking about the summertime. Man, how old are they? Oh, it's from TikTok. It's from TikTok, so you don't know. It could be BS. But hey, at the same time, men are fucking weird and creepy. Oftentimes, men are weird and creepy. So you never know. TikToker Nurse Ander is talking about a creepy experience her sister had with a guy who might be a serial killer. And the crazy part is that her sister met this guy at a school where she works. She explains, oh, so they grown. Oh, Florida. It's goddamn Florida. It's fucking Florida, man. So look, shit goes down in Florida. So her sister is an occupational therapist who works with children, and her job requires her to go to different schools. While she was visiting one school, a coach walked up to her and asked her on a date. She was not really interested in the guy, but decided to give him a chance anyway. So she gave him her phone number. Later, he texted her, waiting to meet up at a coffee shop. But the shop was 2 hours away from her. Damn. What the hell? Oh, I guess maybe she went to another town for work. I don't know. Of course, she declines, and the guy backtracks, picking a coffee shop closer to her instead. On the day they were supposed to meet up, her car started acting up. Then, on the way there, her car broke down on the side of the road. So she let him know what had happened and sent him her location. He was only a short distance away. It took him about 5 minutes to get there. Meanwhile, an older man stopped to help her as the man attempted to fix her car. Her date stood there, rambling about himself and his hobbies. Cars on the side of the road. Let's just start talking about me. Oh man, grown little boy shit. My man's is that nah, man. You gotta get more. Oh man, I don't even know where to begin because if this guy had the blood stains in his car, then it could be extra bad news. Could be extra bad news. She got into the car. She smelled gasoline and noticed blood splatters on the dashboard. There was blood on the ceiling too. Oh Jesus. Then the guy started babbling about their future together, even though they barely just had a first date. He starts talking about them moving in together, and then he says, and then we're going to get married, and you're going to have my babies. Oh God. Yeah, that's bad. He proceeded to show her sister some her sister some pictures of his kids with their mother. And the kid's mother had a striking resemblance to her sister. At this point, she texts her brother-in-law to pick her up. When he arrived, she jumped out of the guy's car and ran. Furthermore, shortly after the date, he stopped working at the school. Oh, God. Apparently her sister. But no, yeah, shit happens. I would play it, but TikTok is always fucking up when I try to play it on this. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm reading what you said, Mike boy. That God damn. That definitely seems like some young and stupid shit. All right, let's see. New poll finds that Americans trust nurses the most out of 23 major professions. Americans trust nurses even more so than doctors. That's according to Gallup's 2023 Honesty and Ethics poll, which ranked 23 major professions by the level of trust U.S. adults place in them. According to a press release from Gallup, nurses hold the top spot as the most trusted profession, with 78% of Americans who participated saying that they follow very high or high standards for honesty and ethics. This is the 22nd consecutive year that nurses have been ranked as the most trustworthy. Damn. That is a long ass time. 22 consecutive years in a row. This is the 22nd consecutive year that nurses have been ranked as the most trustworthy. Overall, nurses trust ranking has dipped by 7 percentage points since 2019, but it's still higher than dentists. Damn, you dipped 7 percentage points and you still the highest. 59% trust rating in 2023. I guess that was the dentist one. And medical doctors, a 56%. Yeah, that was the dentist one, a 56%. Lower in the healthcare trust rankings were pharmacists at 55%. Well, psychiatrists at 36% and chiropractors at 33%. God, psychiatrists be just calling you to see if you're alive and to see if you'd like another dose, another prescription of your pills. And then when you start talking about your life, they're like, talk to a fucking psychologist about that. Go talk to a counselor about that. Go talk to a therapist about that, because that ain't none of my business. All right. Yeah, doc. Yeah, Mike boy, that's true. Issues with emotions, issues with dealing with their emotions and other people's emotions. 9 reasons to become a nurse. We're not going to watch that because it's a long video, but it definitely is a good career path. I know many nurses, and the ones I know are wonderful people. Gallup has been conducting this poll since 1976. Well, goodness. Okay, well, there you go, man. There you go.
Hey everyone, it's Sarah with RegisteredNurseRN.com, and in this video, I want to go over 9 reasons why you should become a nurse.
Yeah, again, we're not going to watch that, but good news. That is good news. That is that's solid right there. Now, where we at now, man? Oh, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Where are we at now? Now, here we go. What does Trump say? He says, all I want is for the election against Biden to be held Tuesday. I bet you do, because if it was, you certainly would win. That just goes to show how like paranoid he is, and he should be. I mean, he's got 91 felonies. Like he isn't just Trump doesn't go to sleep I mean, he fucking doesn't sleep. He's always up fucking posting on Truth Social, but he doesn't go to sleep confident like, oh, I'm just gonna beat this. Like, he is very worried and concerned about his criminal cases, and he should be. That's why he's trying to postpone everything, and that's why we should have it on Tuesday, not in 9 months, because he wants to have the election while he's just clearly and easily on top. It's just funny because It's so Donald Trump. Forget how excuse me. Forget how we've been doing things for the last 200 something years. We need to have our election next Tuesday, goddammit. Like, he's so funny.
We have to get back. This is a great day. This is a great night. Supreme Court hopefully will be doing something.
I think this is Nevada, where he's at now. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, y'all. I pushed the page back to the source, but I didn't mean to do that. We're going to watch the video again.
We have to get back. This is a great day. This is a great night. Supreme Court hopefully will be doing something in terms of helping our country and preserving democracy. We have to preserve our democracy. And I think they had a very, very interesting day, a very beautiful day, perhaps. I think it was a very beautiful thing to watch. And it's the way it's supposed to be. And hopefully the decision will be a very important decision. But there's never been anything like it in the polls. We're leading everybody. We are right now. Is there any way we can call the election for next Tuesday? That's all right. I want to call the election for next Tuesday, but
I can't lie to y'all. I didn't listen to a single word he said. It was kind of difficult to hear, but it's just, of course, it's just so Donald Trump. Fuck the rules, motherfucker. Let's have the election in a few days. Tuesday is a few days from now. All right, what we got? Hawaii. We got Hawaii talking about cannabis legalization. Hawaii discusses cannabis legalization. Governor says stoners are less violent, just hungry. Speaking of hungry, I'm hungry, and I am also stoned. And I'm going to eat quite well this afternoon. Yesterday, I had pea soup for the first time, and it was good. It was quite good. The pea soup had carrots and something called leeks. I don't know what leeks are. I guess that's either a herb or a vegetable. But it was good, man. I fucked with it. I liked it. All right. Cops predict the worst. Oh yeah, we can't have people smoking weed in fucking Hawaii. Think about that. Bro, it's Hawaii. What the fuck is there to do in Hawaii except like, I mean, it's expensive, but other than that, it's like that is a carefree environment. That's like the whole point of Hawaii. It's like you get away from the hustle and bustle. It's beautiful. It's always warm and sunny. You know, like everything's imported there, so it's very expensive. But oh no, we can't have. I mean, because obviously people smoke weed in Hawaii already all the time. I know people who live in Hawaii and they smoke weed, but that's just so stupid. The cops predict the worst. Like, oh no, can't have people smoking weed on a goddamn island. A group of community leaders and law enforcement officials have teamed up to express their opposition to legalizing recreational marijuana in Hawaii. Their concerns the illicit market and increased crime. Oh, I'm sorry, but this is just ridiculous because legalization pushes the illicit market out of relevance. It just does. I mean, the illicit market still exists, but it pushes the price down. So this is just dumb. And increased crime rates. Increased crime rates. But yeah, no, I mean, smoking weed. And two, I mean, think about how much more money Hawaii would make as a state if people could go there and legally purchase it too. Like, this is just stupid. It's like, this is dumb. We're looking at what marijuana is today, and it is not what? We're looking at marijuana. Okay, I don't think I'm tripping. It's just written bad. It says we're looking at what marijuana is today, and it's nothing like it is today. Okay, what? And in fact, states that have legalized have a bigger black market because you're going to get more users. One of the reasons I stopped selling weed is because you can't make no money doing it no more. It's not worth it. It's not like weed is bulky. It smells. It's harder to move than harder drugs. Like, it's not worth the effort. Like, you could fill up a whole goddamn house full of weed and make a few $100,000 off of it. Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? You fill up a whole house full of coke, you making dumb fucking millions of dollars. So this is just completely antithetical to the facts. And fuck that too. Like, bruh, make the money. Just make the goddamn money. And they could grow the shit outside. But yeah, no, this shit is dumb. This shit is stupid as hell. I'm telling you, the profit margin in selling weed in the streets, unless you're a grower, but then they sell it wholesale. Like, bro, the profit margin for weed is low. It's been low, but it's low now. And it's mostly because it's so easily available. It's so easy to get weed. The market's flooded with it. You pay taxes and shit when it's legal, but other than that, that's the point. Get the tax dollars. This shit is stupid. Marijuana might blunt the effect of people on these heavy drugs, horrible drugs. It's a relative sedative. People are far less violent. They're more hungry. Apart from the snacking and stealing Cheetos, it will probably do much less harm. That's what Governor Josh Green said. During our law enforcement careers in Las Vegas, Chief Pelletier and I witnessed firsthand how criminals exploited marijuana legalization to expand their criminal enterprises. It's okay. So then why don't people sell alcohol in the streets no more? What happened to that? What happened to bootlegging alcohol? Legalization. There's no point. There's no point. Ain't no money to be made. There's no money to be made doing that shit because ain't nobody like, bruh, this is so corny. Like, bro, get your old ass the fuck on somewhere. It's fucking Hawaii. Former governor speaks out. Apologize, y'all. I guess my allergies is going a little bit. Even former Governor Linda Lingle broke her 14-year silence to oppose the bills. Yo, she came out of the woodworks after 14 goddamn years to say, no, pump the brakes, bitch. We can't legalize marijuana. What does she have to say? She says, quote, the bottom line is it's a risk we just can't take. We have big issues to solve here. This would make those big issues almost impossible to ever solve. Motherfucker. Oh, thank you for the bless you. I appreciate that. Just make the goddamn money. This is so like this is the type of shit that you just don't even argue. Like, fuck it. We'll just wait another 7 or 8 years. These people will pass. We'll just legalize it then. Type of shit. Maybe a bit of a cryptic joke, but so what? All right, there we go. Hawaii, goddamn Hawaii. No. No. This is so dumb. Lingle came out. Lingle came, bro. The I've never been to Hawaii, but when I think of weed, Hawaii sounds like an amazing place to smoke it. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. And anybody who goes to Hawaii, you know I'm about to spend mad money. I'm about to spend so much money, you know it. Okay, what we got now? No, we don't need to do this shit. Ugh. Oh, y'all remember when we looked at Curtis Silva when he was like, me and my brigade. He had on his beret. He's like, me and my brigade are beating up migrants in Times Square. Like, bro, you're so stupid. I'm about to blow my nose, but I'm going to play this. Apparently, Sean Hannity is doing a little PR adjustment for himself. He said, okay, it says, Hannity addresses migrant beatdown. Whew, shit. I got my windows open. Hannity addresses migrant beatdown that happened on his show. Statements made by Curtis were not true.
Now, before we go tonight, I want to talk about Curtis Sliwa's appearance.
Before we go, I got to clear up that weird, stupid bullshit that Curtis did on my show yesterday. Like, exactly, Felicia. Hawaii just has to be the best place to enjoy weed because it just seems, I mean, again, I've never been, but it just seems like a place like that would take away so much of your sense of urgency, which could be a great thing. But it's just, it's just a totally different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm at in my life right now, I really couldn't live in a place like Hawaii until I'm just a bit further along in my career. You know, like right now, it's still a little bit too early. I still need to be closer to where everyone is. But again, what does that say about Hawaii? It's a place of leisure. It's a place of relaxation. It's a place of, I mean, life is still life regardless, but like it's just, it's one of the most beautiful places on the fucking planet. Like that's what Hawaii is.
On this show on Tuesday night when members of the Guardian Angels stopped a man and the police were called. Now, Curtis said that the man was a migrant and that he was shoplifting. Fox News has since spoken to the NYPD. Apparently, the statements made by Curtis that the man is a migrant is not true, and the man was given a summons for disorderly conduct.
It happened to not be a migrant because we watched the video the other day. It was like, you're in the middle of Times Square, like, and two, one of the most tourist, one of the top tourist destinations on the entire planet. Like, most people in Times Square don't live there. They're people who are visiting there maybe for work or vacation or whatever it is. Oh, that's an illegal alien. Like, dude, that's just some random person y'all assaulted.
Now, today, Curtis Sliwa acknowledged to the Washington Post that the man has not been charged with shoplifting. And Curtis said, in part, quote, "I shouldn't have been listening to the crowd. That was my mistake."
Yes, Mike boy. Turns out the guy they beat up was just an American.
Mistake. I should not have had that knee-jerk reaction. Again, on the
How old is he? He's got to be 70 something. The dude looked like he was in his early 70s. I had a knee-jerk reaction. Sorry, guys. Next time I won't just randomly assault someone with my brigade. Like, okay.
on this show, we always want to set the record straight.
Right. Just for some clarity, right quick. Just for clarity. He was Hispanic, but he was an American. Oh, damn it. Or whatever. All right. All right, now we got we got three things from Chip Chick. We got some petty ass bullshit. Okay, we got that. We got that for one. We got some petty bullshit. We got some crazy bullshit. And then we have some inflated ego bullshit. Wait till she come across a real one bullshit. Okay, now here we go. The first one from Chip Chick today is going to be, let's see. Now this is some petty shit right here. Queen Petty. After agreeing to be a bridesmaid in her friend's wedding, her friend asked her to cut her hair so she wouldn't steal attention, but she refused and got booted from the event. That is some petty ass bullshit. What? Cut your hair. I wish somebody would ask me to cut my hair and expect that and put something like that on the line. Oh well. Like cut. No, motherfucker, I'm not cut my hair if I feel like it. Fuck you mean. But hey, sometimes things like that things like this have to happen. In order for you to realize maybe I shouldn't be friends with this person. You know? Maybe I shouldn't be friends with this because this This is petty, incredibly petty. This 26. Oh, you're 26 too. Okay, you got time to make new friends. It's all good. This 26-year-old woman's parents, particularly her mother, enforced strict rules when she was a young girl. I was not allowed to wear inappropriate outfits. Okay, where's this going? Wasn't allowed to do that. Have a boyfriend. Couldn't wear makeup. Couldn't have long hair. Was nicknamed Dora at school because of her bangs and bob haircut. She always envied the other girls who could dress up, wear makeup, style their hair, and feel pretty. She grew up and gained independence. She took advantage of this newfound freedom to do whatever she wanted. Well, good for you. And again, that's another thing too, man. You never know. Like, you never know how. You never know what something may mean. It's like, cut your hair. Like, fuck no. She purchased clothes that she felt beautiful in, played around with makeup and skincare products, and grew her hair long. Currently, her hair drapes down her back and waist. Yeah, man. So it had probably took her a long time to grow that out. You ain't gonna want to cut all that off just for an event that happens on one day. Oh yeah, exactly. She 26. You know what I mean? She right there. She all right. She in a perfect place in her life to where you know she can carry on strong. And that's all you need. Sometimes you just need to be able to carry on strong and you'll work it out. But yeah, this is this shit is whack as fuck. Like this the type of stuff that just makes you lose respect for someone to the point where it's like, of course, you may be hurt by something like this, but like you more so have lost respect for them to the point where it's like, yo, you're really fucking whack. Like I can't even respect the way you go about things. Like the way you go about shit is not honorable. You're yeah. While in college, she met her close friend Maria. Over the last several years, they've developed a close bond. Maria has constantly complimented her hair, and they've often given each other hair and skincare advice. On occasion, they treat themselves together by spending the day at the salon. Since they've grown so close, when Maria asked her to be a bridesmaid, she happily accepted. However, a few days ago, she pulled me aside and asked me if I could cut my hair for her wedding. She said she didn't want my hair to steal people's attention away from her during the wedding. Bro, the fact that you said that out loud, I mean, bro, like some things you got to keep to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And this is coming from somebody who doesn't really particularly do that. Like but some things I know better. Like at the end of the day, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Sometimes I be tripping, but I know what I'm doing. But this is something like, oh, why would you say this to someone like, hey, can you remove one of the most attractive things about yourself so that I can feel like the center of attention? Because I just don't want anyone to, I want everything to be on me and about me that day. And I just be like, yo, do you understand how pathetic you look right now? Exactly. Like you look like such a weak loser. Oh, there we go. Right. You getting married. What you mean? Oh, your attention's gonna be on. Oh, that's so whack. That's so whack. So she wants her hair to be the center of I want my hair to be the center of attention that day. Man, that's petty. That shit is lame. That shit is so lame. Yo, right, exactly. That's an awfully big guy you got there. Just so you know, like, hey man, can you wear like a strap or something, like pull it down? Because I don't want anybody to like look in the direction of your crotch during the wedding, man. Because that's an awfully big thing you got swinging down there. Fritza, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He said, "What's up with the language today?" Shit, I don't know. All right, let's see. She's a team part of oh god. Now this next one, man, honestly, this next one is so crazy. Like this dude ought to be put. This man, honestly, he should be arrested for this shit. This shit is crazy. What is going on? She's a teen party girl, and her dad's friends kidnapped her to teach her a lesson. Like, what? Like, what the hell? Bro, this is crazy. This girl is only 15, and she admits she's a complete party girl going down the wrong path. She's doing terribly in school, and her grades are really suffering as she's not applying herself. Well, then there's room for improvement. All right. She cares more about partying and doing other things than her schoolwork. She also has been taking drugs, and she knows her dad is so upset with her and her behavior. So the thing to do is to traumatize. Like what? Like what? Like what? Bro, like if I had a friend who did this to their child, what? Like this is so crazy. Like, bro, it's so traumatizing. Every single time she and her dad talk to one another, they end up screaming and yelling and shouting back and forth. Man, send her to a school for bad kids or something. What the hell is this gonna do? What? How that'll teach you? Because if you don't do well in school, you'll get kidnapped out of your bed. Like what? That's just punitive and sadistic. Like you just, I just want to hurt you. That's really what that is. That's all it is. A few days ago, I was asleep at like 3 a.m. and two guys that I've never seen before came into my room and dragged me downstairs and put me in their van. They gagged me, tied me up, and put something over my head so I couldn't see. And then they drove away somewhere. I heard them get out, and then they just left me there. I don't know how long I was in there for, but I think it was at least an hour. So she was sitting there in the van, wondering what the heck was going on when suddenly the doors opened up. Someone pulled the thing off her head, and she saw her dad standing there looking at her, along with the two guys who had kidnapped her. Her dad and the two guys burst into laughter as she was sobbing and hyperventilating. She had no idea what was happening. Bro, if this is real, if this is real, we got the anti-corporatist in the building. What's going on? But again, this is one of the most fucked up things I ever heard of, ever seen in my life. Like, I like if this is real, he could so easily go to jail for this. He could so easily get locked up for this. Like, what? Like, how is this the solution? What is going on? False imprisonment, kidnapping. Like this dude should be in prison. That's bro, that's gonna be with her forever. Not just the experience, but the fact that her father did this to her. She's never ever going to, she may get over it in terms of it may not totally weigh her down for the rest of her life, but it's always gonna be in there. Like it's always gonna be something that happened to her that didn't need to happen. Like this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. My dad told me that he was teaching me a lesson and told me that the two guys were his work friends. He took the gag off and untied me and then drove me home in his car like nothing had happened. Yo, he's a psycho. This dude is a psychopath. I don't understand why he do this to me. Of course. This was one of the craziest things I ever seen. I just want to move on. Like what? No, but this guy's a psychopath. Like you have to be like a legitimate psycho to do something like that to anybody, much less your own flesh and blood. Like, huh? Right. Like, I could never do this to somebody. Are you serious? Like, this is like, no. I mean, yeah, no, yes, child abuse, all of that. Like, bro, this dude should be in prison. It's such an easy open and shut case. All right, now here's the thing where I was talking about. She this is just lame. Like this is lame. His girlfriend randomly broke up with him. This sound like they like 17 or some shit. They like 17. years old. His girlfriend randomly broke up with him as a test, and he only found out he'd failed her little stunt after she showed up to his house claiming he needed to do better. You didn't react the way I wanted you to react when I dumped you, when I pretend dumped you. Oh, man. This guy, I want to know, they got to be super young. This guy and his girlfriend had been dating for 9. Oh, see, okay, they're young. And and honestly, he thought everything in their relationship was wonderful. Well, that was until 1 month ago when his girlfriend suddenly told him that she wanted to break up out of absolutely nowhere. He was understandably confused by that too and asked her what had happened. At that point, his girlfriend just accused him of being inattentive to her and claimed that she deserved better. Yeah, they're young. They're very young. It's like, I mean, I don't. Maybe she said more than this, but if it was this dry, if it was this cut and dry, I'd be like, yeah, I think that's not it. I was confused, angry, and hurt all at the same time. Yeah. I thought I was paying her the right amount of attention, but obviously she didn't think so. And she didn't think so. She woke up one day and she was like, God damn it, it's over. Yeah, nah, he definitely needs to dump her because it's like, right, she listened exactly. That's what it is. She listening to alpha female content. That- That's exactly what it is. How to keep a man on his toes, how to make a man obsessed with you. It's just the same shit as red pill, it's just in reverse. How to make them obsessed with you. Do very stupid things and treat them poorly. They'll chase you forever. They'll never get tired of it. There's no line you can't cross. On top of that, he admitted that he actually would have fought to pay more attention to his girlfriend and salvage their relationship. But once she said that she could do better, he got very riled up and didn't want to fight for her anymore. Well, I mean, after not, I mean, they seem young. It's a 9-month relationship, but hey, if it's like, hey, I can do better. If it's like that, it's like, I mean, damn, like, okay, shit. If it, the- that's a rough thing to say to someone. Like, if you just outright say that to somebody, like, I hope they really treat you poorly, because if they don't treat you poorly, like, I mean, like, it's a callous thing to say to someone, like, I can do better than you. Like, and it's also really egotistical because maybe you can't. You know what I mean? Maybe you can't. And maybe you can, but just because you can doesn't mean that you will. Never forget that. So, but again, they're clearly young and foolish. That's why he ultimately cut all communication with his girlfriend. Good idea. He was like, nah, man, it's time for me to go ahead and get over you. It's going to hurt for a minute. It's going to be painful for just a little while, but I'll get over it. It's time to go cold turkey. He unfollowed her on social media and blocked her off her accounts. Plus, he even deleted her contact information and the text messages from his phone. He said, I'm going to fast track me getting over you. This is a mature way to go about it. He's like, you know what? I want to get over you. Hey, I pat you on the back. Do what you got to do, brother. It was to it was to the point that even if I wanted to contact her, I couldn't unless I drove to her place. He said, nah, never again. No. What's the point? Sometimes it's like that. And I spent the month in pain, and I'll admit I cried a few times. Her words that she could do better haunted me. Yeah, exactly. It's like, there, she let him skate for a month, and she was like, girl, nah, she went out there and she went out there and thought something was gonna go her way, and it didn't go her way. Things didn't go the way she thought they were gonna go. And then she was like, oh well, maybe I can go back. And he was like, nah. That's what happened. That sounds like a very young and insecure and egotistical thing. It sounds like someone who's not very mature, and doesn't really understand themselves would do. Someone is just all over the place. Well, just last night, he was completely caught off guard when he received a knock on his front door and found his now ex-girlfriend standing outside his house. Then she attempted to ask how he'd been, but he simply cut her off and asked what she was doing there. Right. He was like, "Oh no, I didn't got I've gotten enough over you now to the point where I don't really care that much. So wait, what do you want? Like, I no longer care enough to be moved by your presence at my doorstep. What do you want?" At that point, his ex revealed that he just failed her test. Oh, she thinks so little of you, my brother. She thinks so low of you. Oh no, that's so disrespectful. But it's not just you she thinks low of. People like this think low of pretty much everybody. Because when you get older, like stuff like this, like it can hurt. But when you get older and more mature, you look at behavior like this and realize how honestly pitiful and pathetic it really is. Because it's like, oh, so you think you're so incredible that you can just treat people horribly and like it's but yeah, no. She just sounds young and stupid. And she may always be this way, but she ain't never gonna have a good partner as long as she remains this way if she never grows. In other words, the whole breakup was just a test. Yeah, I just went cold turkey for a month. Didn't see it for a month. Nah, girl, you thought you had an opportunity, and lo and behold, you didn't. Probably what happened is whoever the guy was that she was, because again, this is young and immature behavior. This isn't stuff that like the secure, non-crazy grown women don't really do shit like this. I mean, stuff happens, yeah, but not like this. Like, "Oh, I'm just gonna break up and go be with this guy and see if it works." Like, this isn't behavior of confident, secure, grown women. Like, it's just not. Because again, what happened? I'm almost certain what happened is she ran off and whoever the guy was probably saw that she's whack and that she's not worth it, and he stopped talking to her after they had sex a few times, and then he was like, nah, I can do better. That's what happened. She told her ex she could do better, and then the dude that she was fucking with was like, I can do better, and then she went back. It's a classic story, man. It's a classic story of young humility. This is often how young people are humbled in life. Perhaps she moved forward from this with a more humble outlook and more maturity, but we'll probably never know. All right. Um, and he was supposed to start paying more attention to her. Oh, she's a loser. Yeah, no, she's crazy. Yeah, she crazy. She'll probably be like this forever. People like this, and there's guys like this too. But people like this are just losers, and they act like this with everybody. Like people like this, they can't do close relationships, whether it be with whether it's romantic relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's business partnerships, whether it's family relationships. Like people like this, they can't do it. It's not your problem. And then that's another thing that you learn as you grow and mature. People like this, like once you see all the issues they have, it's like, yo, that shit really ain't my problem. That's your problem. But no, it's just interesting how stuff goes. And then once you just kind of you got more experience around you, yeah. But yeah, this is extreme insecurity. His ex-girlfriend didn't stop there either. Instead, she actually told him that he needed to do better because she planned to take him back. Oh, she's crazy. She's not going to leave him alone. She ain't going to leave him alone. She crazy. Her ego is shattered. That's what's going on right now. Her ego is totally shattered and she got to get some type of life back in that ego. And as soon as she has him back, she going to drop him again because her ego cup will be filled to the brim. And that's all that is. It's just narcissistic behavior right here. Yeah, that's it's just narcissism. As soon as she possessed him again, it'd be like, eh. But yeah, no, this is an example of like, this may not be extreme narcissism, but this is what narcissism looks like. Like, and again, it reveals how pathetic they actually are because they can't be close to people. They can't. Because people are just ego boosts to them. That's it. Like they're just they call it supply, but it's the perfect word for it. It's just like energy that they take from people in a variety of ways. And often what happens with these people is they can't handle an equal. Either they have to be looking way up at you or way down at you. But if they see you as a rival in any type of way, they can't handle you. Like they need people kissing their ass. It's just interesting how people work who are like this because they're miserable. And oftentimes people like this too are suicidal. I mean, people can be suicidal for a lot of reasons, but often people who are this type of narcissistic can end up being suicidal because they ain't got nobody. Like after a while, it's like fuck. Like at the end of the day, they know like I fucked my life up. I fuck up everything. Like they're still people. You feel me? So like they're aware that all their relationships go sour. I don't envy. I definitely don't envy people like that. but yeah, it's just you're gonna ruin your life if you go about shit that way. Because people don't forget how you made them feel. They just don't. Especially if it's stuff like that. I mean, that's so disrespectful. It's a joke. Like sometimes people can disrespect you so greatly that it's like you laugh at it. Like, are you serious? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, who do you really think you are at the end of the day? That billions of other people have no qualities to compare to you. You feel me? Like, so it's just it's a miserable existence. But look, man, we had a very, very fun um Friday stream. It was the resolution's a little off, but whatever, shit happens. It was still fun. We covered some fun stories. We had some good we had some good discussions and we had a good week. The new year is going very well. It really is. Let's keep it up. I hope that y'all have a fantastic weekend. And I might stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I may. But if not, I will see y'all on Monday. Thank you for everything. Y'all have a wonderful